everyone. Welcome back to the Reality Club. We are Alicia and Lauren here and back with episode 10 of Traitors, also referred to as the semifinals.
Yes, Traitors USA, episode 10. One more episode left.
Yeah.
And I can't believe this season's almost done.
I know. I think I've had a lot of really great TV shows going on right now, and it seems like they're all just coming to an end all at once, which is kind of depressing. But that's okay. When one door closes, another opens. We've got other shows coming up.
If you've been watching our recaps for the Traitors USA, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. It's been a lot of fun to see everyone's opinions and kind of watch it all together. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. And
subscribe if you want.
If you aren't subscribed, definitely if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much.
And if you also have any other show suggestions for us or topics, just let us know in the comments.
We will be recapping. I know a lot of you probably don't watch The Bachelorette, but if you do,
that's coming up.
That will be coming up. We were gonna recap Love is Blind, but I don't know if we will. Maybe we can do an episode both Lauren and I have watched all of the episodes, so
maybe we can do one at the end.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a Love is Blind themed episode, but not a full in-depth recap.
Yeah,
just kind of talking about the season as a whole instead of an episode breakdown. I think we could probably do that.
I like that.
Yeah, because there's just so much to talk about. I didn't want to write notes. I just wanted to.
It was hard to write notes. It was. And I mean, covering 6 episodes in one episode for us is kind of hard. Yeah. So yeah, maybe we'll do a big overview at the end.
I agree. That's a good idea. But I mean, let's just get right into the episode. This episode as a whole was an emotional roller coaster. I feel hungover from it.
It is very hard watching and not being able to talk about it at the same time.
Yeah, this episode was great, I will say.
I think this was one of the best episodes of the season for
agree.
Keeping me completely engaged.
I know.
And I kept having to pause it to be okay, if I'm writing notes right now, I can't miss what's about to happen. So.
I literally live in a constant state of if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching the video at all, my mouth and my face is literally like this the entire time. I'm like,
yeah.
This episode threw me for a loop, and because for many reasons that we'll get into, but it was just a wave. I was peaks and highs and lows. I didn't know what was going to happen, and
I feel like this was the first episode where, yes, the way I was feeling at the beginning, I did not expect the end to end up how it was.
No.
And none of my predictions were correct about it. So.
Yeah, but let's just get into it. We end with, I guess we start with breakfast.
And there's 4 contestants up for murder.
Yes. Maura and Rob are the first to walk in, and I wrote so many laughing emojis in my notes because everything was comical.
I know.
So many things they were saying. The producers picked the right things to show, because Maura walking in with Rob and she's literally looking at him being like, how are we still here? Rob, how is it possible? How are we still here? She's literally, I'm like, Maura, that's a great question. Let's
dig deeper. Let's dig deeper on that, please.
I'm like, let's deep dive into that thought. That's a great thought. But let's think about ways that you could still be here. That's a fantastic starting point.
Yeah. No, Maura's good at making statements and then not digging deeper with them.
She's so funny because she'll say so many things that I'm like, oh my gosh, she's seeing it.
She's getting there.
I'm like, she'll say all the right things and then never follow through, never dig any deeper. But it is interesting that she does open up about how she doesn't trust a lot of people in her life. She keeps her circle really small, which we see because now she really obviously trusts Rob, and she's always going for bat for Rob. She is Rob's armor.
She's Rob's ride or die.
But it is kind of funny that she says she wholeheartedly trusts Rob, and
she would be absolutely shocked if he was a traitor. She would die. Oh, Mora. Poor innocent Mora. She has no friggin' clue what's coming to her.
She was really entertaining this episode, I
Oh my
will
god,
say.
she was. She was the star of this episode, I will say.
I agree. I mean, well, there's a lot of standouts this episode, but just in terms of like lighthearted entertainment, for sure.
You're right.
Yeah.
And even after her saying that, Rob kind of mentioned in his interview that things are just getting so hard for him.
Okay, so this is funny because
he's feeling low. It's so hard lying to everyone.
So listen, this is a part of the season where like I said, people are going to start losing their minds, including the traitors, because lying to people for that long, I couldn't even imagine. No. Like at the beginning, it's all fun and games. And I mean, it is a game, but like it doesn't seem that serious. You're like, I'm a traitor. This is so fun. And then by the end, when it's dwindling down and there's not a lot of people and I couldn't even imagine, but we definitely saw it on Rob at the beginning of this episode for sure.
See, I assumed this was all an act.
Really?
Yes. I hate to say that, but like I couldn't see Rob actually being impacted by something like that. So, I understand like maybe his relationship with Mora, like because she's just so convinced that he's a faithful, like that would maybe get to him a little bit, but I don't know. I'm convinced like this was all just like fake for the cameras. Rob doesn't care. Rob's just trying to get some sympathy right now.
I actually think it was funny that I did write it down, Rob saying that he's struggling now to separate his emotions from the game. And I'm like, where was this empathy for Candace 2 days ago?
No, literally.
Because that's what I've been saying. Of course it's a game. I understand it's a game, but it's impossible to fully separate emotions in a game. Like, maybe some people are better at it, but like, it's gonna happen. Emotions are gonna come through in a game. It's part of life. It's a part of like the human experience. Like shutting off emotions completely it was
just weird to see him completely emotionless about everything that's happened thus far, and then now all of a sudden,
well, it's catching up to him.
It's been 2 weeks. Like, come on.
But yeah,
now it's catching up to you. Like,
I was honestly surprised because I honestly thought he would go the whole season without struggling.
Yes,
because. Yeah, I don't know. He just seemed to really, like, be adamant that it's just a game and it's not going to affect him. So, like, him at least admitting that emotions are hard to separate in the game, hopefully he can... Like, that was nice to hear from him. Because I'm not saying you have to play emotionally, but, like, to just act like they're not there at all.
I just hope it was real.
I mean, I think it was real.
I don't know. This whole episode just seemed, like, very scripted by producers for me.
Okay, how so? Like... Yeah, it's interesting.
That is something we'll
get into
after breakfast.
Okay, so we're still in breakfast, and we find out who was murdered last night.
First off, though, I thought it was really funny that Eric was like so convinced that he did such a good job at covering up to Kristen that he. One thing I want to say.
Okay.
We're about to say who died. It was Kristen. In case you didn't know.
Spoiler.
I was convinced it was Kristen.
Yeah, you were.
So I want to say I was right about that.
You were right about that. I'll give you that. I have to be nicer to you because people in the comments are starting to call me out for me.
No.
They're like, Alicia, Lauren, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, fine.
No, they're saying girl on the left.
Yeah, no, my name is Alicia and this is Lauren. We'll repeat that every
it's okay, don't worry.
But yeah, I'm girl on the left, or girl in the jeans.
Today she's girl in the blue. I'm girl in the green. But no, I think that was still a really shocking one. But the second, like, it was Rob and Mora, and Mora was like, oh, who do you think died? And he said Natalie. I'm like, okay, well, it's not Natalie.
Yeah.
I know it's not Tara or Johnny. So that right there kind of convinced me that it was Kristen.
Right.
And I mean, I still think that was the best option for them.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was. It was definitely Natalie or Kristen that was the right option for sure. I'm surprised they did Kristen because obviously, like, I was expecting Mark to be maybe a little bit more like interesting, but it does make sense.
No, but is that not weird that Kristen literally said the night before that she has suspicion about Eric and that if she gets killed, it's Eric? And that thought didn't even cross Mark's mind in this episode.
The thing is, I'm gonna give Mark some grace because I honestly think he knows a lot more. Like, I actually think he's thinking a lot of things. I just think he lacks sharing these thoughts with people. Like,
True.
I don't think he's not thinking them. I think he just doesn't trust anyone in the house, and he's like, who do I tell this info to? Because Kristen was his like really only trusty person.
Yeah.
Like, even Rob, like, as much as he trusts Rob, I don't think he does fully.
No.
Like, he might trust Rob the most right now out of everybody, but I think he's struggling with like having anyone to trust. So I don't think he disagree. I think he's thinking that, but like, who does he share it with until there's more evidence? Like, I think that's what he's probably waiting for.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But what I was confused they didn't do is, so when Johnny and Tara walked in, they start explaining to everybody about how they were murdered, right?
Yep.
They were like, we went into this room and we were spinning, what is it called?
The Jack in the
The
Box.
Jack in the Box. And if a traitor pops out, you are murdered. If nothing pops out, you're fine.
Yep.
And I was like, this is a great opportunity for the other people, when whoever walks in, to be like, what happened last night?
I was expecting that too. But they didn't ask Natalie at all.
Unless they did and they just cut it out of the edit.
I feel like that would have been an important thing to show, though, if it was mentioned.
The reason why,
I don't think it crossed any of their minds to be like, oh, let's see if Natalie's story is the exact same.
Right, because if it was the same, then, like, you can essentially assume that all three of those people maybe aren't traitors, right?
Everything that happened in that episode could have been avoided if they only asked Natalie that question.
Yeah, they didn't ask Natalie.
No.
Anyway, I think it could have made a difference because, especially, I was honestly thinking more for the sake of like Johnny and Tara, because last episode, Johnny and Tara were like the number one traitor suspects. This episode, no one thinks that anymore, which I don't understand. But anyway, they were so hard on Johnny and Tara last week, being like, you're traitors, and then it would have been a perfect opportunity to have been like, does Natalie's story match up?
Yep.
Because that would kind of eliminate Tara and Johnny as maybe traitor possibilities, right? But anyway, it was just interesting. I wonder if they cut it out or if they didn't show it, but I was surprised that wasn't. But I guess the only other people sitting at the table are two traitors who don't probably care, and Maura, who's not going to do anything, and Mark, that like, I think he's just a little too scared to do things on his own. Sorry, Mark, I love you.
Yeah. No, I agree with that though. That was, I don't know. I think I do agree that if maybe Natalie was asked, that she maybe could have been saved, but
I like Natalie a lot this episode.
I did too. Oh my god, Natalie walked in this little red dress, looking like she's about to hit up a nightclub.
She is so
Her arms,
I know,
girl is so muscular.
She's jacked. I love it.
No, she looked great.
Yeah, anyway, but breakfast happens, and then next part completely threw me for a loop, because
after breakfast
with
Tara,
because going into this episode, I was 100, like, I'm still sure that Rob wins after this episode, but anyway, I was like, okay, Rob's gonna win. This episode's gonna be kind of boring. It's gonna be like, no one's gonna think of him, and it's just gonna be another Faithful easily pushed out of the castle. That was my expectation for the episode. I was like, can it just be the finale? Like, anyway, Tara, out of nowhere, who's been saying absolutely nothing, completely off about everything, pulls Natalie and goes, I think it's Rob.
Okay, this is what pissed me off so much. This is why I feel like it was literally producer scripted.
Why?
Because where has Tara even said Rob's name? Where has anyone even said Rob's name? And then Tara, who has done nothing all season, all of a sudden figures out who the traitor is out of nowhere with not really any evidence.
I guess.
I'll be honest, I lost all respect for Tara this episode. I was so mad at her.
We'll get into it.
We will.
Yeah,
because I have very strong opinions about it.
I have less strong opinions about it, but we'll talk. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we will.
I had to do some deep work to kind of put myself in her shoes a little bit, but we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. But fair. I did feel pretty strongly while watching the episode.
Yeah.
But
after that conversation though, I truly thought, I'm like, this is it. I'm like, they're gonna get Rob. Tara, you knew Johnny was going to be in Tara's back pocket with this. Natalie, obviously, the heat's on her, so she's just looking for any other option of someone they could be voting for.
The thing is, I actually think Natalie was easily convinced, because I do think Natalie was starting to think about it on her own too.
Yeah.
Because I can't even really remember why Tara thought it was Rob. I don't remember if she had, I think she just had a feeling. But the thing is too, it's like there's not many people left, right? And so if she's sitting there looking at everyone left, she has like 5 people to choose from.
Yeah.
I think it's possible that she's like, maybe it is Rob. Like, people have to look at everyone at this point.
Yep.
So if she doesn't, she knows for sure it's not Johnny, and like maybe her alliances, she trusts everyone else more than Rob, then maybe like, anyway, it literally, my jaw was on the floor because I was just not expecting her to say it's
Out
Rob.
of all people, I was not expecting Tara to make this accusation.
I was like, yes, Tara, like where have you been? Natalie believes her because Natalie's points are so valid. Like, she is like, why? I woke up this morning so shocked I didn't get murdered. And she was, because it's true, like, why is she around still, right? Like, once you get to the end of the game, you have to wonder why you're there. If you're faithful, there's a reason you're around. And like, a lot of that comes down to a couple things, whether like either the traitors don't think you're a threat at all, or the traitors trust you and you're helping the traitor.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, at that point you have to think, I might be really close with the traitor if I'm still here. So her thinking Rob makes a lot of sense because she doesn't have a lot of trusted allies. Like, her closest person in the house was probably Rob at this point.
Yeah.
And she's always been so supportive of him, and so she was probably starting to think it could be him. If I'm a faithful and I'm still here, someone has to trust me. Because it's not like she's bad. She's really strong in competition. She's really smart.
Yep.
So if the traitor didn't trust her, she would be out.
But I just don't understand too how nobody's processing, if Rob's not the traitor, how is he still there? Like, no one has once said that. Like, how, like, Natalie's saying, why am I still here? Mora's saying, why am I still here? No, like, nobody's thinking, like, how is Rob still here? Rob, who has 2 shields that they knew he would have had to use at that round table. Like, it just seems so suspicious to me. But I also, like, obviously, like,
I mean, Rob's still here this episode because he couldn't get murdered, but like, Mora literally said it. True. She said, Mora literally said it at breakfast, why are we still here, Rob? Like, why are we still here? But yeah, I mean, at that point, you would hope that you're questioning why everyone's there, right? Like, you're questioning how you're still there, but you're also questioning how other people are.
Yep.
And like, if you look at, I think everyone trusts Rob, so like, he's in a good position because he can murder people who he trusts and still have most people trust him.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at like Mora, for example, yes, she's like kind of honestly clueless in this game, and she says that herself. So like, people probably are thinking, oh, Mora's just here because she's absolutely not a threat in any way. But like, the Mora and Rob dynamic is so strong.
Yep.
And it's like, if people, even if she isn't like super, I don't know, like an independent player on her own, in theory, like, Rob has her in his pocket. So like, if a traitor was really looking at their dynamic, they would get rid of her because they'd be like, well, if we keep Mora, Rob has numbers always, right? So it's like, if you look at who's around, it's all Rob's allies.
Rob's little posse. And then Tara and Johnny.
Poor Tara and Johnny.
Back to Tara, I'm just so confused how Rob's name hasn't been mentioned once, and then all of a sudden she's like, full force, it's Rob.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, there's not a lot of people left.
No. So but like, she was convinced. It wasn't like, oh, Natalie, do you think it could be Rob?
I don't think it would be producers doing that.
I know, but like, still, it just seemed weird to me. It literally was just like, as soon as his name came out of her mouth in that conversation, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, no, where is this coming from?
I think she probably is just losing her mind and was like, I've been so wrong, so like, I just have to think out of the box.
Well, and even Mark said, I think right after this, because it seemed like all the girls were talking and then all the guys were talking together at this point before the challenge. And even Mark said, he's like, I need to start looking at someone who I would never expect. Mm-hmm. And I do think Mark can be persuaded to jump on the Rob train to get him out. But
oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't think Tara or Natalie did enough to like bring their opinions to everyone else.
I think, well, Tara's too scared.
Tara.
But
Tara.
Yeah. You. I think, well, the thing is, their evidence was like his name, like they kept bringing up the Candace vote.
I know that wasn't good evidence,
but it is good evidence. It is good evidence. Like,
but like Rob like defended that really good.
I don't think he did.
A bit like they thought he did.
I don't think he did. Like, that one confuses the crap out of me. I do think, like, we mentioned it in past episodes, like, Candace saying throwaway vote was, like, her downfall for, like, the seed.
Yeah.
But, like, we'll get into it at the round table, but that is good evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is.
It's better evidence than what they have against Natalie right now.
Yeah, no, literally.
Like,
It's like
what do
we'll
they
get to
have?
the- we'll
Natalie's
get-
a good gamer, so
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
sketchy. Like, come on.
I know. We'll talk about the round table arguments a little later, but they're going to the mission, or they try to tell Maura that Rob could potentially be the traitor, and she's literally sitting there being like, yeah, like, how am I, she's again saying, how am I here, and like literally Natalie's saying, I think we're here because Rob trusts us, and she's like, no, like
Maura's gonna be shocked next week when she finds out.
I mean, yeah,
if she doesn't make it through the night.
Without like jumping too far ahead, literally the only thing I'm excited for next week at this point is is Rob winning, just so that we can see the reactions of everybody else. Like, literally that's the only like saving grace. I don't even want Rob to win. I just want to see them be like, we failed.
Yeah.
Anyway, Maura obviously doesn't believe them and goes straight to the boys being like, Tara's and Natalie are throwing your name around. That's crazy. I'm like,
it isn't Maura. It's fine.
But whatever.
It's fine. We're going to the challenge.
So we get to the challenge.
The challenge looked fun.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge literally made me sick. I couldn't watch it. I was like, even watching people spin was like making me nauseous.
It seemed like nobody struggled though. Like, everyone handled it very well.
Yeah, we had
It's crazy that, who was it? Tara and
John.
Eric?
Yeah, sorry. Eric
couldn't due to medical reasons.
I mean, I couldn't. I would literally get vertigo.
What kind of medical reason would you? Oh, vertigo maybe.
Yeah. I would
I was gonna say, what kind of medical reason could like allow you not to do that, but vertigo
They
makes
probably
sense.
had like a test. They probably had to do some type of test before it, and if they failed, they couldn't go on.
True.
I mean, yeah, it was musical chairs.
Yeah. True. Pretty much. Pretty much musical chairs.
But it was fun. It was entertaining.
The first round.
Yeah,
Rob absolutely sucked at this challenge.
That's what I mean. Like, Rob got so mad at Mark.
The attitude that Rob had towards Mark, that's where I was like, is this an act? Is this real? I'm confused.
I don't know. I mean, I think it might have been a little bit of acting because he was like really mad. But I think maybe he was just trying to play up that he's mad not getting the shield.
He needs a shield. He's going to die.
I know, he literally kept saying multiple times, I just don't want to get murdered. I don't want to get killed.
That's what I'm saying. When has he ever said something like that? Like, all of a sudden, Rob is like playing the victim card like crazy. But
I mean, it worked. But yeah, I just didn't like the kind of attitude he gave him, even if it was game plan.
Well, and it's funny too because Mark pulled a $750 bag. So did Natalie. Like, it's not like Mark was the only one that pulled like the lowest amount of money. So like, why are you attacking just him?
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, Rob, very unsportsmanlike of you, but it's fine.
And Natalie catches on. She's like, I think he could be acting.
Yeah. Honestly, the one thing I liked about this challenge was I feel like it was a challenge for the underdogs.
Why?
Well, because like fucking Maura and Eric were the bottom two of it. Like, come on.
I guess. But
Maura was crushing it.
Yeah, she was funny. She was funny.
Rob making the comment, I've never seen her run this fast.
I know. I thought it was smart that Natalie helped Maura.
I thought that was good too.
I was like, okay, there's the gamer in her.
It is. It was strategic. It
not enough.
Didn't work.
Not enough. You should have picked her up. You needed to carry her.
Yes. Oh my god, that would have done it.
Natalie, you needed to pick up Maura
on a heartbeat
and carry her to her seat, and then she would have trusted you.
Yeah.
Rob was really smart with that early on. Let me pick you up.
I feel like Maura wasn't like aware enough to realize that was like Natalie helping. I don't know. Like, I feel like Maura just didn't process the fact like, oh, Natalie just helped me.
I've realized Maura this episode. I mean, we've always known she's loyal to Rob, but I think we just learned she's a very like loyal person.
Yeah.
Like, she'd be a great friend.
Oh, 100%.
She would be in your corner. Like,
Maura's a ride or die.
She's a ride or die for sure. And
like,
I respect that.
I respect that too.
Yeah.
It just like sucks who she's a ride or die for right now. So.
Okay. Eric gets the shield, which honestly, when it was like Eric, or when it was Maura and Eric at the end, I was like, it doesn't really matter because they're not murdering Maura. So the only person that it probably could, like, the only people who really needed that shield was like Mark, probably. Johnny.
Yeah. And I mean, if Natalie, if she didn't get voted out.
Didn't get banished, yeah. But I don't know, it was a fun challenge, but this definitely showed me that like our theory of these people, either it's the people don't want to do the challenges, or because I don't know, I'm like these people sat out for medical reasons, which I'm not judging. I had probably got vertigo too, but like in previous seasons, people are getting like held upside down, and like
I know
people are getting buried alive. So I'm like, it's either there had to be some agreement in these contracts that were like, we're not doing some of this stuff, because if you can't even get spun around,
what can you do? But it's fine. The one person who didn't have to spin around wins the challenge.
Eric?
Did that have anything to do with it?
No, probably. He wasn't dizzy. Like, if I would have got spun around, I would have literally been vomiting everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't have died. No. I just would have been throwing up everywhere.
Yes. And I'm just, yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like I would have been good at that challenge.
This challenge kind of showed me, like, I do think I want regular people back on this show, because I want to see them get down and dirty, you know?
Yeah, these celebrities, they're
a little too delicate.
Yeah, they don't do much.
But honestly, even challenges, like, I've seen people being like, oh, challenges are so boring, but I'm like, it's because they're not doing anything fun. They're doing like, it just, I watched The Mole over the weekend again. I don't know if you've seen that show. Have you seen The Mole?
No, but I've heard of it.
If you like Traitors, go watch The Mole.
That's where Dom's from, and I'm a big Dom fan.
Yeah. If you like Traitors, go watch The Mole. It's a very similar concept of game. But the challenges are so intense, and
are they like physical challenges?
They're so fun. Yeah, they're intense. Like they're doing a lot in that show, and well, coming from watching that all weekend to like watching this, I was like, this is literally hilarious. But anyway, go watch The Mole. I literally rewatched it with Ben, which is funny because
isn't there multiple seasons? Yeah,
season 1 I watched like years ago when it first came out without Ben, and then me and Ben, my boyfriend, watched season 2, I don't know, a year ago or something, and this weekend we're like, oh, let's watch it, season 1, because Ben has never seen it. I'm like, I can't really remember what happens. I watched this like 5 years ago. Let's just watch it. It was so funny because I told Ben, I was like, I think this is who the mole is. Like, I was like, do you want to know who the mole is? Because I think I remember.
And do you not know as a viewer who it is?
You don't know who the mole is the whole show.
I like that.
Yeah, you don't know who it is, and so, but I thought I remembered who it was, so I told Ben, I was like, okay, if you don't care about spoilers, I think this is the mole. And so we watched the whole show thinking that this person was the mole, because that's what I thought I remembered. He won the show. He wasn't actually the mole. He actually just won.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
oh, so you can win but not be the, maybe I need to watch it.
It's really good. Okay. Honestly, it might be better than Traitors.
How many episodes is it?
Like 10? I think it's 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's honestly, if you like Traitors, you would love the mole.
Is it celebrities that go on, or just regular people?
Just regular people.
Okay, nice.
And like the concept is there's a mole, so like I guess a traitor or whatever you want to call it, who sabotages the challenge. So the mole doesn't actually like can't win, if that makes sense. Their sole purpose is literally just to sabotage challenges and like not the money of the pot.
I kind of love that you don't know who the mole is.
Yeah, you don't know who the mole is
the whole time.
And they are just sabotaging the show. Like they're basically just all the challenges that people are trying to win money, they sabotage them so that they don't win money. And like the way you get eliminated isn't people guessing who the mole is, like, or I guess like banishing people, is they take a quiz and whoever is like the furthest off gets eliminated. And I love that, because then it's like people who are just like not smart and not figuring it out, they get kicked out. It's like the people that stay are the ones that are like
the strategic thinkers, like, okay, I like this.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. Anyway, side note.
I've always seen like it on Netflix, but I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I might almost like it better than Traitors. Both very different, similar but different. Similar but different. And this season in terms of like intensity though, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, both are really good. I do like both. Okay, so yeah, mission, Eric gets the shield, doesn't really matter.
Eric wins the challenge, but he mentions that this is perfect for him and Robert's game. Robert. Where did that come
from? Robert's government name.
I don't even know. He mentions that this would be good for him and Rob's game, which in this moment I'm thinking, I feel like Eric is like him and Rob to the end. I don't think that Rob is as...
Eric is an awful traitor.
Okay, but is he? Like, he is, but like nobody's
Eric?
suspecting anything.
That's not true. Eric hasn't said, literally since, I was so excited for Eric to be a traitor because he's so funny. He's been like literally such a character, and like I was so excited for him as a traitor, but he is so boring. He says
boring, yeah.
absolutely nothing.
No, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Rob turned on him. I don't think Eric would ever turn on Rob. Like, even if people are suspecting him, like, Eric is like,
I know.
It can't be Rob.
I mean, he's not going to have to turn on him.
Rob would turn on Eric.
See, this is interesting because I do agree with you, but I did find it interesting that, like, Mark brought Eric's name to the table, or not to the round table, like to Mark, or sorry, Mark brought Eric's name to Rob when they were outside talking, and Mark started saying that he's suspicious of Eric.
Yeah.
And in that moment, Rob defends Eric a little bit.
I know, I was kind of surprised by that.
And that really shocked me because I'm like, you never did that with Candace or Lisa ever. No. Not that you had to like hardcore go for them, but he had
boys safe.
He had an opportunity to be like, that's an interesting thought, because if they would have got Eric out this episode, I mean, I don't know. I guess it could have been bad for Rob, but it would have been good for them to feel like they got a traitor. They'd probably be a little less suspicious of... I don't know. That's hard to say.
I just still find it weird how nobody's bringing up the fact that there hasn't been a male traitor. Like, I guess that doesn't matter, but, like, nobody said that once. Like, they're all suspecting Natalie still, and Natalie's throwing Tara's name, but it's like, nobody's saying, like, okay, well, we had 3 women traitors. Like, is it possible that one of these guys still here could be?
I know. They've definitely, like, brought it up in conversation, but, like, it is interesting.
It's just not brought up as much as I guess I would have assumed it would be. And yes, I guess it could be, like, a full house full of girl traitors, but, like, that just doesn't seem likely.
In this game, you just gotta play the odds, you know? The odds are... You're not playing good odds.
I'd be playing the odds. And you know it's not Mark or Johnny, so it's, like, that only leaves...
But how do they know it's not Mark or Johnny?
I feel like we know it's not Mark. Johnny, I guess, still is under suspicion, but, like, I think after last episode
Eric,
this episode...
That's what I'm saying. Eric is, like, a perfect...
That's why I'm, like, wondering why Rob's not, like... I know, like, that's his boy, but, like... There's gotta be a guy traitor. And, I mean, it's either Rob or Eric. If it's gonna be down to both of them, like, Rob can't just be sticking up for Eric this whole time.
But the thing is, like, bringing Eric... like further for Rob is good because he's a guaranteed number for him. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
how would it work if both of them are still in the end? Would they both split the money?
Yeah.
Oh, the traitors would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, I think like it could have been good strategy for him to kind of put Eric under the bus a little bit and get a traitor out, and you know, get the faithfuls all confident that there's a traitor out. But at the same time, going into the final roundtable and going into that final like banishment, you probably like having him is as a vote is good. You know what I mean? Because at this point, which like again we'll talk a little bit more when we get to the roundtable, at this point really like they have the numbers now after this banishment. Like they don't really, it doesn't really matter anymore. They have the numbers. It's always going to be 3 against, well, I mean it's 3 against 3 I suppose, but like Mora is like an honorary traitor.
No, that's true.
And so like having Eric and Mora, like having those numbers is important. So it does make sense that he would want to keep him around because that's like a guaranteed vote.
That's fair.
You know, like
that's fair.
At least till next week, right?
No, but that's so true. Like it will be 3-on-3 now. Mora's not going to change. Eric, I don't think Eric would turn on Rob, to be honest. So it's literally...
Actually, no. Well, like, again, we're not near the end of the episode, but, like, someone's going to get murdered, so it's going to be 3-on-2 no matter what.
Someone's going to get murdered, and we're not going to know if they're a traitor or not. I totally forgot that happens in the last
episode. Now, like, Eric, Rob, and Mora are, like... Let's talk about the round table first, but yeah, like, essentially... There's no way Rob doesn't win now because he has the numbers.
No, but before going into the round table, we see Tara.
Oh,
Tara doubting herself, considering Natalie. Girl, go with your gut. Quit questioning yourself.
I know. This whole first half of the episode, I was like,
Tara had a voice. Tara was like vocal. She was like,
and she convinced Natalie, and Natalie was like, okay girl, I'm on board.
Yes.
Yeah, like, and I do feel really bad for Natalie in
I
this
feel
episode.
so bad for Natalie.
Yeah,
that was awful.
But anyway, going like, yeah, we see little clips of Tara. Like, this is the most excited I've been for a roundtable in so long.
Yep. Because
we haven't really had any like super unpredictable roundtables at all this season. Like, going into almost every single roundtable, we've been like,
we pretty much know
general idea what's gonna happen. There's not like scheming behind the scenes to like potentially, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, there's not been like, I can't wait to see what happens. And this episode was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, something big might happen. I was so excited. Not even saying I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to get Rob out, but I just wanted to see Rob have to actually defend himself.
Yeah, because we haven't seen that.
And he didn't even have to defend himself this roundtable, because like, we see Tara before the episode or before the roundtable being like, maybe I'll just not say anything. And we see Johnny and Tara before the roundtable like doubting themselves, being like, I think it's Rob, but like, let's not go for Rob. Even Johnny being like, I think it's Rob, but like, maybe let's go for Natalie because they're smarter than us.
Well, and there was that conversation with Tara and Natalie too. I think it was in the car on the way back from the challenge, and Tara was like, should we wait till tomorrow night to get rid of Rob because we don't have the votes?
That was crazy.
That was like, already I was like, Tara, what are you saying?
I think it's because she's like, oh well, Rob has the dagger, but I'm like, you can't even guarantee you guys are gonna be there tomorrow. No. So like that, like,
and then you're losing a vote on your side.
I know. Yeah.
So the beginning of this episode, I was at such a high. I'm like, you know what? This is it. We're losing Rob. Oh my gosh. Out of everyone, Tara figured it out. This is crazy. Not what I expected. By the end of it, I was so disappointed. The start of this roundtable, her little speech that she made right at the beginning already pissed me off. You could already tell she was like, all right, well, I was wrong last week, so like, I'll let you guys go and then figure it out.
Yeah, so like, Tara's roundtable, I had a lot of mixed emotions about it because I was so pumped about her at the beginning, being like, yes, like, underdog of the season coming through with the kill. Yep. I was so pumped for her.
The best kill.
I know. I was so excited. And again, just to be clear, like, I'm not like, we have to get Rob out, whatever. It is what it is. But I just wanted some drama, right? It's not about Rob in general. I just wanted some variety.
Rob, okay, the thing is Rob can't just slide by this easy. Like, I wanted him to at least have a bit of a challenge to overcome. Like, but no, of course not.
But like, anyway, so yeah, Tara starts the round table saying, I feel like last roundtable I kind of led the charge on someone who wasn't a traitor, so I'm just gonna sit back and I hope someone else takes the lead. And like, so at first I was really mad, don't get me wrong, like at first I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was pissed at her, sorry Tara, but like, the more after the episode I kind of thought about like why she would do that, and I'm still mad at the move she made. I don't think it came out of like I think it came out of a genuine like guilty feeling of maybe eliminating someone again who was like not the traitor. So like, I think it came from like a good place, but it ended up being an awful thing to do.
I think it was a very coward move on her part. Like, the whole point of this is to bring your suspicions up. And if you're going to talk about someone this whole episode and bring up their name and convince someone else that she, like, Natalie didn't even say Rob. Like, Tara put that idea in her head.
No, I agree with you. All I'm saying is, like,
the way Tara approached the table and, like, approached Natalie was very much, like, she went from, like, BFFs together to, like, what are you talking about, Natalie?
No, I do agree with you. All I'm saying is, like, I don't think she did it out of a selfish move. Like, I don't think she did it in the sense of like, I'm trying to do this for my game. Yeah. It wasn't like a game coward move. It was like, I think she's just a super emotional person who starting to feel crazy and guilty. Yeah. And she did it out of like I don't want to be the person that sends someone home again. I felt so bad last time. But I'm not saying that's right or wrong. But I think I don't think it came out of a place of like, I'm just gonna do this to protect myself. You know what I mean? I think she did it out of a genuine, like, I just feel like crap right now. Like, but I still hated it. I still disliked it and, like, think it did Natalie so dirty.
I know.
But, like, I just was trying to be like, okay, like, I do think it came from like she was just trying to be a better person or a good person and not be like getting someone out. But like it's just terrible game move, and it was off. It was bad to Natalie.
No, I do understand it in the sense that obviously she didn't have really evidence to back up her Rob theory. It was just a feeling she had. So when
they do have evidence.
I know, but like she really didn't have evidence. Like it was kind of just like I feel like.
But what is evidence? Like,
but that's the thing. Like there
is no evidence. There's no evidence in this game.
But like you need that though. You
but
can't
you don't
just call on someone's name and think I think you're a traitor. And
but
then it's like, okay, but why?
But they've said why all day. Like Natalie even. So anyway, Natalie starts. Actually, no. What happens is Tara goes, I'm not going to say anything. Natalie looks shocked. Rob actually starts going for Natalie, saying your demeanor's changed. But that's what I'm saying. Is like you can't even. Rob's evidence is her demeanor changed, and so like
her evidence was like that on Rob too, though.
But that's what I'm saying is like everyone. There is no evidence.
Yeah.
There's like rarely.
Well, the only evidence is the Candace vote.
That is physical evidence, which is so funny because they keep going, being like there's no evidence on Natalie besides you're a good game player,
literally,
and we think maybe you got rid of all the other game players. Like that's also not evidence. So like to say that there's no evidence on Rob is nuts because there's no evidence on anyone else. You can always justify that it could be true or not true, or it could be traitors or not traitors. Like there's no real evidence.
Well, and I will say I think before the roundtable too, Johnny got into Tara's head a bit by saying, I think it was Johnny said to Natalie said about Natalie like she's a game player, this is what she does. So I think hearing that from Johnny, like her trusted ally, really got into her head too, like, oh my gosh, am I being played by Natalie? So I will give Tara a bit of grace, although I was so beyond mad at her.
Oh no, I'm so mad at her.
I do
but
kind of understand like her, the craziness that she was going through.
I'm still upset at her. Yeah, because
she turned on her girl.
She honestly did Natalie really dirty. Like she can't deny that. I'm so sorry, but I do understand probably what she was thinking. Like, but she needs to own that she really did. She did kind of use Natalie. Yeah. Even if she didn't intentionally do it, she did. Because Natalie didn't really go into the day saying, I'm going to go for Rob, whatever. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, Natalie was probably getting banished anyway. So, like, I don't think there was... Like, Natalie going for Rob, it didn't really matter. She was probably going to get banished. But, like, yeah, I would feel so used if all day you were coming up to me saying, it's Rob, I think it's Rob, here's why I think it's Rob, Rob, and you're like, okay, yeah, like, you know what, great idea, I think that is possible. Yeah. And then, like, cowered out.
It did make Tara look kind of sketchy. Like, obviously we know, but
this is why I'm saying I don't think Rob even had to defend himself at the table. No. Because that's why I'm mad. It's like, I didn't even need Rob to get banished. I just wanted to see him actually have to, like, fight for himself. But he doesn't have to. Everyone else does it for him. Yeah. Like, no, he's never really had to, like, take the heat for long. Because they were all listing out reasons why it could be Rob. Even Mark's kind of being like, yeah, that is kind of sketchy with the Candace thing. Yeah. And then they all just are fighting with each other about Rob. And Rob's sitting there being like, do you want me to say something? Like, yeah, literally. And I'm like, the fact that no one's even asking him to defend himself, people are just defending Rob for Rob. Like, no one, he didn't even have to.
Maura pipes in.
He, like, literally said his only defense, which I didn't even truthfully think it was even that strong. Like, people are coming at him about the Candace vote thing, and his only defense is, I just think it was so weird.
No, I know.
Like, that's not a good defense.
No.
Like, you can't say that Rob defended himself well. He didn't even have to defend himself because everyone was either defending himself or him for him, or they were just going at each other and, like, taking away from...
I think the whole Tara Natalie fiasco kind of just overtook the whole table.
Oh, 100%.
And yeah, all eyes obviously went off Rob, and any suspicion that might have been there got so interfered with the fact that they were just kind of going at it together.
Yeah, Tara. Like, poor... I didn't...
And Natalie, honestly, the first, like, I think I wrote down, like, right at the beginning, like, she spoke really well. Like, she was doing a really good job at defending herself, bringing up Rob. Also, I just hate how nobody else acknowledged that.
But it was so interesting to me that, like, I think her emotion, because obviously she felt quite betrayed by Tara.
Yeah.
And like her emotion on how she was feeling about that, I'm like, that seemed so genuine to me. It didn't seem like gameplay. It didn't seem like I'm gonna get like worked up about. She seemed so genuinely upset about someone kind of like flipping on her like that. And I'm like, how did no one in the room feel like, why is she so, like, if she was a traitor, she wouldn't be getting that upset about it. No. Unless she's an insane actress.
Oh, yeah.
So like
insane.
It just felt, in my opinion, felt really genuine of like feeling betrayed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did no one pick up on that?
Well, that's why I felt so bad for her, because she was literally sitting there fighting for herself.
Yeah.
And Tara just turned on her. Tara wasn't even nice about it.
I didn't like that Tara wasn't owning her actions.
No.
Like, I can understand why she was doing what she was doing if that's how she was deciding. Like, but like you have to own that you, like, why can't you just own that you did that?
Yep.
Because you did. Like, even if you changed your mind, whatever, you have the right to change your mind, but you didn't own what you kind of set up for Natalie, and that made me upset. But I mean, obviously this clearly their game is taking an insane emotional toll on her, so it was interesting that she went into the round table not wanting to be the reason that someone got sent home wrongfully again.
Yeah.
But in return, her actions actually did that.
No, literally. I was just mad because she was so adamant all day that Rob was the traitor. Not even like, let's look in this direction. What do you guys think? It was like, no, he is. And then it was like she completely did a 180
I know.
at the table.
Another thing that made me so upset is like going back to the evidence or whatever. The one thing that people have on Rob right now is Candace's vote.
That's
right.
I think the only thing, yeah.
And also like why he's still there. And like
but nobody's saying
But
that.
Natalie said that. Natalie said, I had to think about why I'm still here, and like she did bring up the fact that like she's looking at people who would keep her in the game, right? She did say like, Rob, I think it could be you that's keeping me in the game. She is bringing these points up. No one's listening. Anyway, but I didn't like the fact that Maura, she's so funny because obviously Candace voted for Rob, and people are starting to think about it, right? They're like, why would she do that? That could have been a traitor leaving a breadcrumb, blah, 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 blah. And to anyone that says that's not evidence or that's not suspicious, I'm sorry, just, you're wrong. That is suspicious. Like, even if Rob can, like, talk his way out of it a little bit, it's suspicious. It just is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Maura going, but Candace said it's a throwaway vote. It's a throwaway vote. And I'm just like, Maura is hanging so hard onto the throwaway vote part. And don't get me wrong, I do think Candace messed up a little bit by saying throwaway vote. But also, why are you just... She was a traitor. She was a traitor. And you're just being like, she said this, so it's true. Candace says it's a throwaway vote, so she must have been telling the truth. Or like... what? And also the second vote was her saying I'm suspicious. So even though she did say throwaway vote,
that was 2 votes for Rob.
She voted twice for him. And I don't think traitors just like...
Also, there was the Lisa and Rob drama.
Yeah.
So like every single traitor that there was, Donna, R.I.P. It's a while ago.
Also, I was thinking,
all had suspicion about Rob, or like had like a little beef with him at the table. So like, but nobody's bringing that up either.
I know.
Just, it scares me, the people that are left, because I don't think any of them, I hate to say this, are like strong enough to overpower Rob.
No, there's no way. That's why.
Or to like stand up and be like, you know what, it's Rob. We all need to like go against him. Yeah. Like, there's no chance.
But yeah, I know. Honestly, going into this episode, I already thought that. Like, I honestly was going into this episode thinking, like, there's no way Rob doesn't win. Or like, Rob's just, it's gonna be a little breezy couple next episodes and Rob's gonna win. That's what I thought going in. Tara really teased me this episode. This episode was a tease.
I know.
Because I was like shocked that his name was brought up, and I was like, oh my goodness. I had a little hope that there's a possibility that he gets discovered. And don't get me wrong, again, I'm not trying to say like anti-Rob. I just like drama. I like an underdog. I like a good story, okay? It's more fun if he gets caught.
I just want Rob to work for it. That's it.
I mean, I do think he's worked for it, but like this episode, I'm not saying this episode showed me that like it's a good combination of he's done some stuff and people are just literally mesmerized by him.
Yeah. I do think if Kristen and Natalie were still around, there would be a bigger chance that they could maybe send Rob home.
Do you think if Kristen would have stayed this episode instead of Natalie, like how do you think that would have?
I think eyes would have been on Eric. I still don't think it would have been Rob.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true. It would have been Eric. But yeah, the people left. We have, obviously, unfortunately, Natalie gets banished. But my biggest thing is I wish Natalie, I know she was really mad at Tara, but I guess she probably thought Tara was a traitor because she felt manipulated, so it makes sense. But I wish she still would have voted Rob, just to be like...
That kind of made me mad that, like, Natalie voted for Tara.
Because what that did,
like,
that kind of, like, sealed Rob's fate a little bit. Because it was like... Again, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he had to even... he didn't have to defend himself. No. People are doing it for him. Yep. He barely had to say anything at this round table.
Yep.
He literally just had to be like, well, I think Candace's vote was kind of random. And everyone else just starts fighting for him.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Oh my god. Rob, how could you be a traitor?
Yeah, but anyway, there's just no way he doesn't win now. Because, like, Natalie gets banished. The remaining people that we have is Rob and Eric, who are traitors.
Yep.
We have
Mark,
Johnny, and Tara as like our three possibilities of people getting murdered. Maura is her honorary traitor, so she's like safe for sure. So the only three people that are left to murder are Johnny, Tara, and Mark. Meaning next episode they're gonna have the numbers no matter what. It doesn't, like, at the end of the day, whoever they vote for, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I guess it matters, you want to keep the people who are not gonna be suspicious of you, but like the numbers wise, they can get rid of anyone they want next week.
Do you think there's any possible way that Maura or Eric would turn on Rob?
No. I wanted to have faith for that, like, underdog story, but like there's just no way. I also as much as I'm like, I kind of want Rob to get discovered, I also just don't want any of the faithfuls to win either. So it's like, there's no one I even care about winning. I'm just, at this point, I'm just excited to see Rob win so that we can literally see their faces when he says, I'm a traitor.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me right now.
No, I have a feeling Eric's going to be next. Because once again, Eric didn't speak up at the table, which I thought was maybe just a filming thing. Like, oh, maybe they just didn't film what Eric said. But no, Mark did call it at the end.
I actually don't think Eric will be next. I do think Eric...
Who could it be, though?
Okay, the reason why I don't think it's Eric I do think Eric might get banished before, like, the final.
Wait,
I don't think he's going to get banished at the round table because the numbers won't allow it.
No, I just remembered, like, that's true because... Obviously, it's going to be Mark, Johnny, or Tara going home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or, like, dying, banished, whatever.
Is the numbers are there for them, right? It's Maura, Eric, and Rob are solid...
That's so true.
They're a solid numbers now. So even if they're suspicious of Eric, they don't have the numbers at all to get rid of Eric. Like, there's no numbers to get rid of him.
But Mark could... Because I'm pretty sure it was Mark at the end... Yeah, that called out Eric saying, again, he said nothing. And then, right at the end, Johnny says Rob and Eric could be the traitors.
Rob and Eric?
Yes. Johnny said that right at the end.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't catch the
and
Rob.
And that shocked me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like you literally
Wait, when did he say that?
He said it after the round table.
Rob and... I heard
Rob
Eric.
and Eric.
I didn't hear the
Rob. He said both of them.
Okay.
So, if Johnny dies tonight, obviously, like... Once again, that theory's done. Dead, gone. Mark. I could see Mark. If Mark is like super convinced about Eric, I could see him going to Rob. Mm-hmm. And then Rob kind of being like, okay, well, it's either Eric or me right now. Because who else would be?
Right.
They know it's probably not Tara or Johnny. They know it's not Maura or Mark. It literally could only be Rob or Eric. So this is why the only thing now is like, is either Rob gonna make it to the end by himself or is he gonna make it with Eric?
No, yeah, Rob's making it to the end and Rob's winning. Yeah. It's really a matter of fact of, is he winning alone or is he winning with Eric?
Yeah, is Eric gonna take the ride with him? I don't know.
But honestly, yeah, I don't know. There's just no way he doesn't make it to the end now. Which, I mean, I guess bravo. I mean...
Oh, Rob, you did good.
Yeah.
But But I guess you never know.
No, there's no way he doesn't win. But it's also just like production wise, there's no way he doesn't win. Because I was thinking halfway through the episode too, I was like, wait, if it flips, this doesn't even really make production sense because we don't know about any of these people. Like, if the Faithfuls really were gonna come back at the end and take Rob out, we would have gotten more storylines about the Faithfuls. Like, do you know what I mean? Like last season, the Faithfuls were like the main storyline last season, right? Like, we got so, like, we cared about Gabby, we cared about Dylan, like, because we saw so much of their journey and we wanted them to find the traitors so badly. Not because we didn't like the traitors necessarily, just because it was like we were Team Faithful for a reason, because production was showing us their story progression. Whereas like this season, we don't really see that much of a story progression with any of the Faithfuls. Like, yes, we do see their thoughts now a little more because there's less of them there, but like overall, there's not been like a built story for any of them. So it wouldn't make sense for them to win because...
No, but what happens though if at the end, because how many people are usually at the end for?
Well, there's 5 left right now. They do one more banishment at the round table, like as a normal round table banishment, and then the final has 4 people in it.
So let's say there's 2 Faithfuls, 2 traitors.
Yeah.
If the Faithfuls say, we're convinced there's a traitor here... Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
So this is what's gonna happen. Actually, I call this now, but I don't know with who. But like, let's say it gets down to final 4, right? Someone's banished, and there's 2 Faithfuls and 2 traitors. It's gonna be Eric. The final 4 will definitely be Eric, Rob, Maura, and somebody else.
Probably Mark.
Either Mark, maybe Mark. Let's say it's Mark.
I don't think Johnny or Tara will make it.
And honestly, I don't know who it's gonna be. But like, let's say they make it to the end with 4. And one of Maura's not going to say that anyone's...
Let's say Mark, though, says
let's
there's
say
a
Mark,
traitor.
Even if Mark goes, okay, I'm a little suspicious one of you is a traitor, they still have the numbers. So he'll go, okay, I want to keep playing and I want to banish one more time. But then Rob, Eric, and Maura will vote Mark out.
Oh, true.
So like, even if that person in the final 4 like has a suspicion of someone in the group being a traitor, like I just think it's
okay. But what happens if there's 2 traitors, 2 Faithfuls, and the 2 Faithfuls are like, we think there's a traitor? Is it possible that the Faithfuls could still win?
Yeah. So so basically how it works is like you can banish as many times as you want until there's 2 people left. So like the lowest amount of people that can be standing there is 2. But you can eliminate 2 people still in the final 4. But the issue is like you have to have the numbers to vote the right person out.
But wouldn't it always be like 2 on 2 then?
But
like,
no,
what if that happens?
Then you just revote.
They would just keep revoting.
Yeah,
you just
revote. It's happened before in season 1. Actually, no, was it season 2? Remember, they like had to revote and someone changed their mind.
Yeah.
So like you have to just revote until. But the thing is, Maura is always going to be Team Rob, and so Rob always has Maura. I don't know. I mean, Rob wins. At the end of the day, Rob wins.
I think the only thing that could maybe, I don't know, change that is if they get Eric out at the next table somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it's 3 Faithfuls and Rob in the end. And if it were Johnny, Mark, Maura, Rob.
Yeah, but see, I don't think Rob would let that happen because he's not gonna turn on Eric quite yet. Unless he really, really has to. Unless like next week the whole house is like gung-ho on Eric and he's like, okay, I can't like blow my cover. Yeah. That's the only way I see it happening.
Who do you think's gonna die?
I think Johnny or Mark. I think Tara's probably getting pushed through because like there's suspicion on her.
Tara
I guess
does not want to be there.
No, Tara's like, send me home.
They're not gonna let you have it that easy.
She's like, I mean, honestly, so real though. She's like, please send me home. But I also think like that genuine reaction at the end is like no one's gonna suspect her as a traitor because like I don't think anyone's being like, no, that was fake. Like she's literally bawling her eyes out. Like that's not.
Okay, but think about the Danielle reaction from last season. Her like hyperventilating at the table on the floor crying because Brittany went.
Yeah, home. But that wasn't genuine. You could tell.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Tara's was genuine, and once again, like if she was a traitor and if she was acting like that, like
That's crazy.
Oscar for you. Like, that's nuts.
You know what? I'm just more excited for the reunion than anything. Like, whatever. We know Rob is gonna win. I'm at the point that it's like, it is what it is. Rob's gonna win. Good job, Rob. I just want to see the reactions of every single person that is like, wow, I can't believe that happened. I want to see the reactions. I want to see Maura storm out of the castle like she said she was going to. And then I just want to see the reunion. Yep. Because I literally saw, I've been really good at like staying off social media. I'm trying to do a cleanse right now. So like I haven't been on TikTok in months, and I deleted Instagram all week. But I just re-downloaded it last night because I was like, oh, I'll check a couple stories and like whatever. I want to see what's happening in Traitors. And I saw this post from Ron. And someone's like
ex-faithful Ron?
Yeah, ex-faithful Ron. And the interviewer is like asking him about something about the finale or the reunion. And he's like, are you excited to like see everyone for the reunion or whatever? And he was like, I'm excited to like attack everybody. He's like, in the house, I knew nothing about these people. I had no idea of their backgrounds. I knew nothing about them. He's like, I've had time to learn everything about these people, and I am ready to like fight. I'm like,
Ron, okay, let's see what you got. Wait, haven't they've already filmed the reunion though, right?
I think they filmed it like a week or two ago.
Well, I heard that Colton stormed out of the reunion because of Lisa Rinna.
This reunion like is gonna be iconic.
I'm excited.
I'm more excited for the reunion than I am for like the actual finale. I can't wait. Like, there are so many big personalities on this show. And okay, another point I want to make too is like people were saying a lot about, and even me, about Candace being like too emotional for the game or whatever, right? Like everyone's like, oh, it's too emotional. But I'm like, it's reality TV. Whatever, you can like say they're being too emotional, but they're giving us entertainment.
Yep.
Like, if every single person was as stone cold as Rob, it would be so boring to watch. Everyone just be like, yes, maybe they're acting out a little, but these people are trained to give entertainment. On
100%.
So it's like,
I think if anything, we need more housewife energy in Traitors, and I'm hoping we get that for the reunion. It seems like we're going to.
Oh no, I'm if it's anything like a housewife reunion, it's even hosted by is it Andy?
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, I think he does
Andy Cohen,
and he does the housewives reunion. So he's,
oh my god, the housewives reunions get crazy. So get your popcorn.
I'm so excited.
I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm literally so excited. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm just excited for the reunion.
Yep.
And
our predictions are it's gonna be Rob.
Rob win.
Just it's a matter of if Eric's with him or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be kind of. I mean, I don't. Does Eric even deserve a spot? I don't know.
Honestly, I don't even want Eric to win either, because he's just like
just there. He's
literally said nothing since he became a traitor. I said two words.
No, and that's why I don't think he's gonna get banished next episode. But then again, the votes,
yeah,
they're really in the hands of the Traitors right now. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Anyway,
we'll see.
It was a good episode.
Eric floats by.
Yeah, it was a good episode though. It really gave me a little hope for a second, but it's been a good season.
I think a season, yeah.
And yeah,
what a freaking roller coaster.
But yeah, let us know in the comments who you think is gonna win.
Yeah, predictions.
Or yeah, let me know, because I don't know who's gonna make it to the final four. I know Rob wins, but I don't know. So give me your thoughts, give me your theories. Let us know, and we'll see you next week for the finale and the reunion.
Bye.
Bye.